Hi everyone, Kevin here with a short video about conversion factors. There are three types of conversion factors. The first is to convert from one unit to another unit within the same system. So you could be within the metric system, for example, and convert millimeters to meters or milliliters to liters, but you're within the same system. The second type is to convert from one system to another system. So you might go from metric to imperial system or vice versa. So for example, you might convert centimeters to inches using the conversion factor 2.54 centimeters per inch. The third type of conversion factor is when you're going from one type of measurement to another. So the example here would be if you have grams of a substance and you want to know the volume of that substance, you could use the density of the substance. So we'll look at examples of all three of these starting on the next slide. So type 1, convert within the same system. So here's our example. Convert 3,458 milligrams to grams. And here's a table like the one we did in class. I added two columns at the end. So the first three columns are the same as we looked at in class. So one on the left here is the beginning units. So what do we say? We say we're converting from 3,458 milligrams. So that's our start, all right? Those are our beginning units. So milligrams are our beginning unit. We're going to convert to final units of grams, right? Because we said we want to go to grams. All right, so that's what we're going to. So what conversion factor do we need? We need to convert milligrams to grams. So how are milligrams and grams related? Well, we know there are 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram. And we can write that either way. We can write it as 1,000 milligrams in the numerator per 1 gram. Or we can write it the same relationship as 1 gram containing 1,000 milligrams. All right, same relationship, just written with a different things in the numerator and the denominator. So the last two columns I added here specify what we need in the numerator and what we need in the denominator. And in the numerator, we need the final units. In the denominator, we need the beginning units. So the final units are grams, right? We took that from column 2. And the beginning units we took from column 1, milligrams. All right? Why those things in the numerator and the denominator? Well, it's just so we can cancel. So if we start with 3,000. So if we are going to solve this example, we are going to convert 3,458 milligrams to grams. So 3,000, let me change the color of my writing here. 3,458 milligrams. And we said we need grams in the numerator. All right, so we know our conversion factor relates 1 gram to 1,000 milligrams, and the milligrams go in the denominator, right? So numerator's grams, denominator's milligrams. And we just do the math then, and we get 3.458. And what are the units? Well, we know milligrams cancel here and here, and so we're left with grams. So the reason we put grams in the numerator is because that's what we want to be left with. We want to cancel the beginning units, right? Beginning were milligrams. We put milligrams in the denominator of the conversion factor here such that milligrams cancel. And our answer is 3.458 grams. And then we can ask ourselves, does that pass the smell test? And in this case, it's pretty easy to do the math in your head. But if it's more complicated, you could say, okay, we're going from milligrams, which is a small unit, to grams, which is a bigger unit. So our number should be going down. And it did. It went from 3,458 to 3.458. All right, here is type 2. Let's solve this one. So here we're converting between systems. So we're converting 227 grams to pounds. So we have beginning units of grams, right? We're starting with 227 grams. We want to go to final units of pounds. We have our conversion factors. We can write them two ways. We can write it the two ways with the 1 pound in the numerator or in the denominator. And the last two columns tell us where we want to put pounds. We want to put it in the numerator because it is the final unit that we're going for. The beginning unit that we want to cancel is grams, and it will go in the denominator. So we know then we write pounds in the numerator, so we will write our conversion factor as 1 pound over 454 grams. We do the math, and we get 0.5 pounds. You can check the math for me if you'd like, but we know that grams cancel here and here. All right, grams cancel in each case, and we're left with pounds as our unit. All right. Third example, third type, converted from one type of measurement to another type of measurement. So how many mils of liquid drug should we give the patient if the doctor prescribed 50 milligrams of the drug and the concentration of the drug in liquid is 2.5 milligrams per milliliter? All right, let's use our table again. We're starting with milligrams, right? That's our goal. We want to know how many milligrams, or we know that we've been prescribed 50 milligrams. What we want is an answer that tells us how many milliliters of the drug to dispense. The conversion factor we need is the 2.5 milligrams per milliliter, the concentration of the liquid. All right. So here we're converting from milligrams to milliliters, and the concentration of the liquid tells us the relationship between milligrams of drug and milliliters of solution. So it is our conversion factor to convert milligrams to milliliters. And we can, of course, write that two ways. We can write it with milligrams in the numerator or in the denominator. And the last two columns tell us which to use. In the numerator, we want the final units of milliliters. In the denominator, we want the beginning units of milligrams because that's what we're going to cancel. So we have 50 milligrams as our beginning. Now we know that we have to put milliliters in the numerator of the conversion factor. And we will put 2.5 milligrams in the denominator. We do the math, and let's see, what is the answer is 20 milliliters. Milligrams cancel, and we're left with milliliters as our units. So we multiply 50 times 1 divided by 2.5, we get 20, and 20 mils is the answer. So we've converted from milligrams to milliliters, and that's the third type of conversion factor. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.